What's going on, family? It's your boy KV Banks here with Kingdom Keys Nation, and I am really excited because we're launching a new series called Whiteboard Wisdom. Yes, we have the whiteboard today, guys, and this is what we're doing here on this show. We're going to be providing tools for gospel musicians to strive and grow in music ministry. Here's one thing I need you to understand, is that it's more than just you playing a song or just operating inside the church setting, but there is a business behind what we do. And if you're looking to grow and scale what you're doing and take things to the next level, this is the show for you. All right, so you need to go ahead and make sure you do me a favor. Once you hit that thumbs up, I need you to subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you do not miss out on any episode. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. In order for us to be able to grow and be able to strive in what we're doing, we need to create a self-assessment. A self-assessment. Because how can we create a path or a game plan on growing and where we're trying to go if we do not have an accurate depiction of where we are right now? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The first area that we're going to look at is our experience. So I'm going to ask this question. I'm going to ask you a few questions. I'm going to say, hey, how long have you been playing? All right, these are questions that you kind of ask yourself because these are very important. I need you to have an answer for these questions because they're going to be coming back up later. So how long have you been playing? What have you been playing? You know, what have you been playing? Because this is really important in being able to position yourself in the right area. If you know that you're proficient in quartet style music, then it's not wise to try to go into a CCM environment if you know that's not where you strive. Is that really where you want to be? We're going to talk about that a little later too. Here's the next thing I want us to do. Where have you been playing? Where have you played? That's a good question. The reason why that's a good question is because this builds your resume, your credibility. You say, okay, you played in this arena, you played in that arena, you played here, you played there, and you can be able to put that into a list form and say, okay, this is what I've done, and even ask yourself the question or even answer, say, how long have you been in those places? These are things that really helps musicians stand out and really distinguishes you from other musicians. So having your experiences locked in and knowing where you are and what you're doing is really, really important. But now let's go to the next area. The next area we're going to be talking about is ethics. I had to underline that one. That's a big one. Ethics. Because this is what really makes a musician. Because it's one thing to be able to play, but it's another thing to be able to have these skill sets that allows you to be workable and be a team player, which is one of the first things I want to look at. You want to ask yourself, are you a team player? Do you get along with other people? Do you get along with the music director? Do you get along with the other band members? Do you get along with the choir directors or the choir members? Do you get along with the pastor? Do you get along with, do people actually like you? Are they enjoying having you there? These are things you need to ask yourself. Are you a team player? Are you professional? Professionalism is a huge one. And let's define professionalism, okay? Because a lot of people say, oh yeah, I'm professional. Yeah, sure I'm professional, but let's ask some questions. Like, in professionalism, do you actually come to rehearsals? All right? Are you at the rehearsals that you're supposed to be at? I don't know why some musicians feel like they don't have to go to rehearsals. Not everybody, but there are some that's like, look, I'll just show up and I can play and I got it. But however, you miss out on a whole huge element of being able to create a polished presentation as a group when you don't come to rehearsals. Here's another one. Are you punctual? That's another big one. And I'll be transparent too. There's a point where I really struggle with that. Making sure I got there on time. Like that's a big thing. These are things that people actually look at to say, hey, is this somebody that I really want to work with? Is this somebody who I want to have on the job? Is this somebody who I really want to hire at my church? Is this somebody who I can trust that they will be there on time, whether it's for rehearsals, whether it's for services, whatever it may be? being there on time is huge, because even when you get there, not just on time, but early, where you get 15, 20 minutes early, so that you're able to work out any kinks that may be worked out. You may have some technical issues that may be a simple fix if you got there with enough time to work it out. But if you're getting there 2 minutes before it starts, or even after it started, it's minor things become a big issue because you did not give yourself proper time to get there. Here's another question I want you to ask. Are you committed? That's another big one. Are you committed? Are you one of those musicians that say, okay, I'll play here as long as I can, and then when somebody comes with a bigger offer, then I'll go over there. All right, that's a big no-no. We don't want to do that. All right, we don't want to sell ourselves for the highest dollar. We don't want to do that. We want to say, okay, listen, if I'm going to be in this position, if I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be committed here until there is a season, until the season has expired for me to go. Whether the Lord has actually said, hey, it's time for you to move on, or whatever have you, whatever that may be. I'm not going to say the reason why I left this one is because somebody else said they'll pay me an extra $100. We're not going to do that. Here's the last thing I want to talk about in this particular section. Do you study? Do you study? Are you actually studying your material? Are you listening to the music? Are you really practicing? Are you really being dedicated to the process of growing and giving your absolute best when it comes down to the presentations you'll be giving that week? Now, here's the last area that we'll be looking in our assessment. We talked about our experiences. We talked about ethic, but now the last thing that we're going to be looking at is our expectations. Expectations. What are you expecting? What are you looking to have down the road? Okay. Now it's really important that you do these first two sections first, because when you get here, you're going to start talking about things like the role that you'll be playing. All right. So you may say, okay, I really want to be a music director, or I really want to be the president of the choir, or I really want to just play on the drums. I just want to be a part of the band, or I really want to do this. You, after a while, you discover and say, this is where I would really like to be. If I had this position at this place or this church, in this type of environment, all of those things, I want you to think about it and say, okay, that's where I want to be. I want you to have that in mind. And then I also want you to think about this. I want you to think about, what is your desired compensation? What do you actually want to be compensated? What would you say, okay, if I was compensated this amount, I would be satisfied. This is what I would really like to be making on this type of level. And the reason why you want to have this answer is because it's going to allow you to see all these other areas where you may need to fix. I need to work on this. I need to work on that. Because within compensation, and we have another episode where we'll be talking about compensation extensively and the different brackets and how to make sure that you are not giving, or that you're not overpricing an underdeveloped gift, or vice versa, underpricing an overdeveloped gift. Either way, you want to be able to make sure that you are doing things on the right way. However, you need to have an idea of all of these things. This allows you to say, you know what? I may be on time, but people don't really like me, and I don't really like other people. And how are we going to be in a ministry that deals with people and we don't like people? That's something we got to work on. All right. I ain't saying that you got to be, the bubbliest person in the world, but you should be able to be cordial enough to have a professional relationship with those that you are committing yourself working with. You also say, okay, well, hey, listen, let me make sure that I show up. I'm reporting to work. That I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to do. If I say I'm going to come to rehearsals, let's come to the rehearsals. Let's actually be there. And when we get to the rehearsals, let's actually say, I've done the work and I've done the study. I'm being committed. I'm doing all of these things and being professional. Okay. And so this is just a self-assessment. I want you to do this on your own. I want you to go ahead and stop this video, and I want you to look at yourself. I want you to take out a piece of paper and ask yourself these questions. Have I been doing these things? And where can I grow? Where can I strive? Where can I fix some things? All right, family. So that's been the first episode of Whiteboard Wisdom. So check it out. You say, hey, I want somebody to work with me. I want to do some one-on-one training, some one-on-one coaching. This is what I need you to do. I need you to click the link down in the description, kingdomkeysnation.com. Or you can sign up, go ahead and have your one-on-one piano lessons. Or you may say, hey, I just want to connect with a community of other musicians to be able to grow and learn. Go ahead and join our Patreon as well. All right. It's also, the link is in the description. Here's another thing I need you to do. I need you to go to hit that thumbs up. Yeah, I know you liked the video. I liked it too. Hit the thumbs up. I need you to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you do not miss out on the next episode, family. All right, I love you. I'll see you next time. Remember, without music, life would be flat. I'll see you next time. Peace.